So I have been using this iPhone 14 Pro Max for a few days now, and in this video I'm gonna let you know whether is it worth buying in 2024. This phone was released in September 2022. This is the last iPhone series to feature the Lightning charging port, and the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max were the first two iPhones that featured the dynamic island on the top of the display. And apart from that, for me personally, this phone looks very similar to the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max, and the rest of the changes are very minimal as usual apart from the processing power and the new colors of the 16 series. When it comes to the overall performance, I had zero issues with this phone. The performance on this phone was way above my expectations. After all, it's an iPhone that was released just 2 years ago and you know it's going to perform well. All the apps that I use on a daily basis like Instagram, Facebook, Reddit work just fine without any lag, and the 120Hz panel helped to deliver a very smooth experience. One of the most interesting features about this phone is the camera setup. You get 3 cameras on the back to shoot ultra-wide, wide and telephoto pictures and videos based on your preference. And you can record up to 4K 60 FPS on all these cameras, including the selfie camera as well. Honestly, I don't have any complaints about the camera performance on this phone. It does a really good job of capturing high quality images during the day and the night both, with a lot of details just like any other modern iPhone camera, and I can highly recommend this if you are planning on buying this just to capture images, because it will do a really good job. Now, when it comes to the battery life, I was able to get about 8 hours of screen on time after a full charge, which included usage of both Wi-Fi and mobile data from time to time. The battery health on this iPhone is 89% by the way guys, so if you get an iPhone 14 Pro Max with a higher capacity like 95% or 100%, you should be able to get more screen on time for sure. Also, I didn't do any kind of gaming as usual when I tested the battery, so that's something I want to keep you guys informed as well. So for me personally, 8 hours of screen on time is pretty much reasonable. When it comes to the iOS, you can get the latest iOS 18 on this phone, and this phone in my hand is yet to be updated. When it comes to the biometrics, just like any other iPhones, you get a very reliable Face ID, also a PIN to unlock your device. No issues there. Now, one of the main issues that you might run into with this device, if not an issue that this phone already had in the past, is the green screen issue. This will not happen on every iPhone 14 Pro Max, but could happen on some of them, just like the phone that I have here with me for this video. The previous owner informed me that he got the green screen issue on this particular iPhone just after 3 months of purchasing this phone brand new, and he was able to get a screen replacement from Apple for that under the warranty. This is something that you need to be aware if you are purchasing this phone, and this is a very common issue with most the phone models that comes to South Asia sadly. Now, personally, I think if the display is already replaced on this phone, then the chances of occurring it again will be quite low, but we never know for sure. And another issue is that this purple color paint on this side frame area of this phone is kind of chipped all around, even though this was used with a back cover. Not sure whether you guys can see the chipped areas in this video though. This is also something that you need to check before you buy one of these phones used. So when it comes to the price, you can get one of these for about 230,000 Sri Lankan rupees from Facebook Marketplace, and I think that's a very reasonable price. Second-hand iPhones do hold the value quite a bit in the Sri Lankan market, and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is the latest version, cost more than twice this price, so you get a good deal for a used iPhone 14 Pro Max. So is this phone really worth buying in 2024? I think it is, and you get a really snappy phone for the price you pay. Let me know down below what you guys think about this phone, and hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider hitting the subscribe button guys, really does help the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.